Hi, Juliette. Trying to get through these letters that I wrote to your mother, these emails and her responses. They may be a little out of order, but I'm sure that you or anybody who is going to read all of these, I'm sure that somewhere along the line, somebody will find is going to when they find them, they will go viral, and everybody, Lori's family, and Lori herself, and her friends, and whatever is going to read what happened during these 2 years. Um, but especially, this is for you, you know, and I want you to know what happened. Um, and there'll be hard printed copies of this stuff, including all of the court stuff. And but let's get going because they're a little out of order. Here's what I wrote on March 19th. Dear Lori, hi. I was going to take a short trip this week, but the weather canceled it. We had a big snowstorm in the middle of March, which flash ahead to 2018. March was like the bad weather month from hell, you know. And today on April 2nd it snowed. But anyway, that's getting off the point here. Um, I wrote to Juliette, and I'm talking with her about her condition, as I am sure you will see. I think it's important that she knows she is not alone and that millions of people feel like she does, and it will get better. Once again, I think a great place to start is relieving her fear of me. I want to help. It's all a matter of how much you let me in and how much we can agree upon. I may have done some things that aggravated her condition, but I didn't cause it. It would be like saying I caused somebody to be bipolar or anorexic. Now, people love, I'll get off the email for a second. When I was talking with my sister yesterday, people love to blame other people for things. Uh, you know, uh, when there are floods, the church blames it on gay people. I mean, there's a sense of absurdity about it, but it's a truism about human beings is that they love to have somebody to blame, you know. And in this case, somehow your condition, well, your mother thinks I caused. Back to the email. Now, I fully realize that you work very hard and are tired. And I remember I'm talking to your mother. And when you're off, you have a full-time job of raising Juliette. I am immersed myself in doing research and have found some good stuff. I am also doing this for Delilah to help her deal with Diana's problems. You see, ever since January of this year, I'm getting off the email now. Well, let me just finish the email and I'll explain. The most compelling thing now is how I read and hear people talk about how much they suffered. And they suffered silently, and how much pain they were in, and how cognitive behavior therapy helped them. I have a good video I can mail you next time. I write Juliette that talks about all kinds of disorders, including social anxiety disorder. I have also found other information as well. I hope you watch those videos I sent you. I think they would be good for Juliette to see them, as these things are common. They happen to really everyone to some degree, and how happy they are now once they've gotten over it. As it stands, this is the best I can do for now, but you can always let me into the circle to help even before the order is over, which is still a very long time from now. This is about Juliette, but having Juliette, well, will make us all happy. Having Juliette having her get well, will make us all happy. Ends the email. I just want to say that in January of 2017, I contacted my sister again, who I had not been talking to. I saw that she was friends with your mother on Facebook, and my half sister, Delilah, she's a very, very nice, sweet person. And we had things to discuss about my grandfather's will and land, and I don't know whether it caused some tension or whatever, but I didn't want to die not being on good terms with it, my sister especially, or my brother, half brother, or her husband, because I've always liked them. There were times that I was suspicious of the motives. I don't know what was going on, but I've changed a lot since then, and I really see that, we really have to be here to help each other. I want to be here to help you. I would be here to help your mother if I could. I think that we need to be nice to one another. I don't think blame, envy, revenge, hatred, these are all poisons. They're no good for anyone. And another thing I want to say about this is that it was written very close to your 16th birthday, and how I was hoping I would hear from you on your 16th birthday. Just a call, just to say happy birthday, if nothing else. How important is a young woman's 16th birthday? And I missed your 12th due to your mother. And I don't want to get into the fact that she didn't allow you to come to see my father when he was dying. There are lots of things that I could put inside, but that when it comes down to this, covert narcissism, it makes you understand why people do things that they do. That things that most people would never do. And I missed your 17th birthday, and your 18th birthday is in a few weeks, and we'll have to see how that changes things. But let's see if your mother tries to take me to court before that. But she's not going to. And I have a pretty good reason why I know she's not going to. And if you turn 18, then you're the one that's going to have to take me to court. And I'm sure that you're not going to stand on a witness stand in front of a judge and a jury, or all these people. It's so ridiculous. I'm not going to do anything to cause that to happen, even though your mother has said some ridiculous things, like just my calling the school she feels threatened to take. I mean, if I had to make sense about what your mother has said, then I would be living on another planet with another sense of logic, because nothing your mother has said has made much sense. I'm not here to put your mother down. I'm here to tell you the truth. That's what this is all about. So the interaction starts. The next thing I do is I send your mother the pamphlet of something called the DSM-5. DSM-5 is the manual of psychiatric disorders that has come to enlist them all, including cognitive, including social anxiety disorder, and even what your mother has, cognitive narcissism. At the time, I wanted her to read about, what you were suffering from in the DSM-5. So since I've done nothing, all this time that I haven't seen you, I've done nothing but to try to find ways to help you, and sources to help you, and to give your mother to help you. So my next email, now that we actually have a conversation on March 21st, I said, 4 weeks of school missed? What's going on? I want to keep me updated on Juliette. I have a right to know. I will help you any way I can. You have to drop this order and ignore it and work with me. I'm sick to my stomach at the thought of Juliette's suffering. I'm asking you kindly, please. Your mother writes back, She's depressed. Some of her anxiety is better. She's going to school, alternative program for a few weeks. They help her homework and mental health needs. She never explains to me what that is until I would find out just recently that from Dr. Redenberg, your social anxiety teacher, um, what exactly all it was about once I finally started talking to the school. And the next emails here are just links to things that your mother can read. Okay. And she said, thank you. Okay. So that was positive. And next email, I said, I have a lot of things going on, but I'm still doing research. Thanks for answering quickly. I am sick with worry. And I have 3 more things to send her about anxiety disorders and behavioral therapies. You could see that while I have not seen you, I have done nothing but try and find things that will help you if I am able to help you. And your mother is finally writing me back. And she only writes me back because the school reprimanded her for not keeping me up to date with why you're not going to school. And I'm going to stop it here because this is the next one's a long email. I don't like to make them too long because people are more likely to read them when they're short. I love you, honey. Bye.